Welcome back to Movie Time Minute. This is your weekly recap where we're going to talk about all the things we covered this week in movie news. First of all, we talked about the SAG Awards last week and what it means to go toward the Oscars coming up next weekend. We're only 1 week away, folks. Obviously, the SAG Awards had a lot of big wins from Everything Everywhere All at Once. We discussed that this week, and if it was the biggest chance of winning Best Picture at the Oscars this year, to which I said most likely. I will say there are some snowball chance that we could get a big win from Elvis or from Top Gun Maverick even, or my personal favorite for the year, The Fabelmans. So we'll see how that goes when time gets a little bit closer. Other things we talked about this week, there were two major movie trailers released by Disney. One of them didn't seem to get a lot of traction. That was the Peter Pan and Wendy trailer. I can understand that. I know the last Disney Plus exclusive movie we got, the Pinocchio movie, just wasn't everybody's cup of tea. So we'll see what happens with Peter Pan and Wendy, but I will say the trailer actually looked really good. The other trailer we got did seem to get some traction, and that was The Haunted Mansion. I wasn't a big fan of the Eddie Murphy version that came out several years ago, but this new retelling of it, and looks a little more theme park ride-esque, a little spookier. It looks a little more fun to me, so we'll see how that one goes. Next thing, we talked about top 5 things that are coming to the theaters this month. And to add on top of that, I'd like to point out that right now on Amazon Prime Video, you can actually watch the first Creed and the second Creed movies leading up to Creed 3, which just released this weekend in theaters. So if you want to get caught up on those before you go watch that, do that now. Another thing that's streaming right now is Scream 4, and that's significant because next week Scream 6 comes out, and it's bringing back Hayden Panettiere's character from Scream 4. So if you hadn't caught up on all the Scream movies, go back and watch that one before you watch this. And then finally, last thing I want to talk about is something we didn't cover this week, but it's something that's happening today, so I wanted to mention this. The Kids' Choice Awards. I know nobody cares about the Kids' Choice Awards, but they are a fun award show. You get to watch everybody get slimed, that kind of thing. So it's being hosted by Nate Burleson and, of course, Charlie D'Amelio, which is really a big thing for them this year, I think. Should get a lot of the younger folks interested in watching. So if you're into that kind of thing, that comes on tonight, Saturday, March 4th, I believe, at 6 Central. So don't quote me on that, but I think that's about when that comes on. So those are the biggest things that happened this week in movie news. Maybe I didn't forget nothing, but if any of those topics interest you, or if you're if you have any big opinions on any of those particular topics, drop down in the comments, let me know. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video. Let me know what you'd like to see going forward, if there's other type of topics you'd like for me to discuss in the world of movie news and that sort of thing. And that's all I've got for you today. We thank you for joining us on Movie Time Minute. Goodbye.